how stupid you gotta be just to talk about it in your song and kill them? You basically gave up enough evidence, bro. What's good, YouTube? What's good, Sneaky Gang? What's good, Potentials? How y'all doing? We back with another what? Reaction video. Hey, I hope y'all been sneaking and creeping, staying healthy and wealthy, having motion and flowing like the ocean, man. Hey, if you don't know but all you need to know, you should know, though. You here for a reason. You should know. Hey, we got a different setup, man. We don't even got the green screen. So let me just crack down on that first. But hey, yeah, we in a different setup. We in a different green screen. We will get back to the green screen. I'm gonna explain to y'all why we don't have the setup, you know. The thing is, bro, I can't record in my own, like in my usual spot, because if I start screaming and being obnoxious and I hope I said it right, or even loud and even like enthusiastic, somebody gonna give me a phone call and be like, hey, I need you to stop talking, I'm trying to sleep. So I'm not trying to hear all that, and I'm trying to produce more content for y'all. I'm getting tired of just shooting content on a regular basis. I'd rather just be shooting anytime, whenever, and however I want, you know? Because that's what I do. That's what we do, you know? What's it called? So if you don't know, but now you need to know, it's okay if you don't know, but I'm gonna let you know. It's your boy.
Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Cooking up dope in the crock pot. We came from nothing to something, nigga. Hey. I don't trust nobody, grip the trigger. Nobody call up the gang and they come and get gang.
Hey, we gonna be reacting to YNW Nelly is cooked after both. I don't even know how to say his homie name. Bortlen takes a bombshell plea. Man, that's crazy, bro. I hope you didn't snitch on your mans, bro. But hey, let's get into the clip. Stay tuned for what we finish at the end. Let's get right into it.
Mr. Henry, I'm not quite sure how you managed to do this, but the judge is even shocked. Like, how this guy was facing 5 life sentences. I guess at some point after the fact, the state wants to take a proffer from you or have a discussion with you, ask you some questions about whatever that may be. I mean, they got to know that he's going to testify, right? That's the only way this works. The state wants a proffer.
Bro, what's wrong with the Wi-Fi?
The peace sign at the camera. Bro's like, hey, see you, Melly. You're cooked, but I'm out. YNW Bortlen just took a no contest plea that changes everything for Melly's trial. Today, he has to give the state a proffer. And in Melly's trial, he will testify and be asked, quote unquote, a couple questions. Bortlen just got the greatest plea deal of all time. The state doesn't care about him. They only care about Melly. They didn't want to go to trial separately and show the strategy to Melly's lawyers. I got destroyed.
I'm not gonna lie, bro, but this case been going on and on and on for years, bro. Like, bro, I feel bad for YNW Nelly. You did it. You did it wrong. You shot the homies. Bro, see, this is what he was supposed to do, because he was trying to elevate his music. And in the rap industry, in any industry, you're supposed to make a sacrifice. You make a sacrifice, you make a humiliation ritual, or you just do something like wearing a dress or doing something else. He had all those options, and he had somebody that said, we'll kill the homies for you. But he decided he was going to do it for himself. That's where he screwed up. That's where he screwed up. I'm not saying what he should have done, oh, go kill your homies, is the right thing. No, it's not the right thing to do. But that's where he screwed up, doing it himself. Because they offered, hey, we're going to do it for you if you can't do it. And that's okay. Because you're supposed to give out a person that you're going to sacrifice so that you elevate your career. Now, I'm not saying it's a good thing to do, but I'm just saying it for people that are new, that don't understand the whole concept of why he did it. That's why he did it. He was supposed to elevate his rap career a little bit more by killing his homies. That was supposed to be his sacrifice. He ended up going to jail. Now the industry ain't helping him.
Over the weekend for saying he's going to take this plea and testify, and that's what's happening. Holy shit, here we go.
What?
Will he take the plea? He's got to, right, bro? 16 years. He's got to do it. He's facing 5 life sentences. He's going to do it. I've been thinking about it the whole weekend. He's been thinking about it the whole weekend. He's taking this plea. Look at him. He about to take this plea. This lawyer's like, you sure? You taking it, right? There's Bortlen's lawyer, Haddad. Why am I getting the vibe that he's taking this plea? Like, it's already happening. So they're going to ask him. By the way, the state did not want to go to trial on this. this week. I don't think they were even prepared to. So they're probably offering him this just because of that, by the way. But they also just only want Melly. They don't give a shit about Bortlen. I just don't see him not taking it. It's too good of a deal. Is this negotiations right now? Why are they whispering to him? They were just talking to the state. Are we watching plea negotiations? Bro, I think that's what we're watching. Melly's family's in there. Probably looking at him like that.
Okay, let me go back on the record. This is on the top of my page 5, State versus Cortland Henry, 19-1871 CF10A and 23-10643 CF10A. So I had set this afternoon for the deadline as to whether or not Mr. Henry wanted to accept the state's offer or not. We're set to go with jury selection tomorrow morning. So Mr. Haddad or Mr. Nascimento will go forward to change the plea this afternoon. And state, is it the same terms that you discussed previously, or is there anything different?
No, Your Honor, that has changed. Correct.
He's taking it. He knew it, dude. Everyone on TikTok and YouTube were frying me. They were saying he's not going to take it, and the terms have changed. I got called a Fed about 50 times for saying he's going to take it, and he's going to...
Bro, what people don't understand is this. It's the same thing with Young Thug situation, 6ix9ine situation. Anybody gets... Bro, everybody, even my day one homie asked me this. Bro, if I commit a murder, are you going to take the stand for me? And you take life, 16 years or 20 years of your life and sit in jail for me? I told him yes. So then he said, okay, let me go commit the murder right now. I'm like, hey, whoa, no. Everybody that you have a conversation with and you ask them, hey, bro, you gonna stay down for me, do all this time and stuff. With the day and age we live in, everything keeps changing. Back then, people would be like, oh, I don't really care, bro. The world's gonna be the same. But nah, the world now is changing. So they don't care what it is. You would tell me that, hey, I'm doing 16. If I snitch on somebody, someone's snitching, bro. 6ix9ine. What they give him? Like 10, 16 years? Everybody else is staying there for like 72? Shoot. I'm taking a plea deal, man. Gunna and Young Thug's brother. Man, it was a gang organization. I'm taking a plea deal, man. This dude right here, he's snitching. He ain't gonna take the plea deal and take it. He don't want to sit up there and be like, damn, bro, I was staying up. I'm day one. I did what I had to do, man. Family want him to come home. People want him to come home. He want to go home. He don't want to stay there forever. That's what I'm saying. Nobody right now in the gang organization or history right now, even of gangs, is staying down 100% loyal. Everybody's snitching.
Snitch, I'm telling you.
So the three forms to me look like on the 19 case as to the 2 counts of accessory after the fact, as well as
That shit got up quick.
all 4 counts in the 23 case.
Oh, Melly is so cooked. If he is to testify at all, Melly is cooked.
Since he's working currently with one another, it looks like there's no restitution in the 23 case. In the 19 case, I'm reserving restitution and ordering it payable. That's going to be Terry Bagley as well as Ashley Phillips.
Yes, sir. We've spoken to them and they don't anticipate there being any restitution.
Okay. So I'll give you 120 days to tell me the amount.
Yes, sir. They are present as well, so I'm going to have to ask them.
Mr. Henry, I'm going to put you under oath and I'm going to ask you some questions. If I ask you something you don't understand, please let me know. I'll try to ask you better questions. Okay? As loud as you can, so before you've done all the answers. Okay? Raise your right hand. Swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. You can put your hand out. Please state your full name. How old are you? How far did you go in school? Do you read and understand the English language? Are you presently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol? Have you ever been treated for a mental illness? Are they giving you any medication in the jail right now? How are you feeling this afternoon? Your head is clear? You understand what's going on this afternoon? You understand you're resolving 2 pending felony cases this afternoon? Mr. Haddad or Mr. Nascimento, have you seen or heard Mr. Henry say or do anything which would call into question in your mind whether you understand what's going on? All right, so Mr. Henry's 2 cases, sir. I'm going to go one at a time. In case number 19-1871 CF10A, this is before the agreement you made with the state, before the deal you made with the state. You were charged as follows: counts 1 and 2 with murder in the first degree with a firearm. Those are capital offenses. The maximum and mandatory penalty is life in Florida State Prison. Counts 3 and 4 are accessory after the fact of murder in the first degree. Those are each first degree felonies. The maximum penalty is 30 years in Florida State Prison. In case number 23-10643, CF10A, you're charged in count 1, tampering with a witness in a capital felony. That is punishable by life in Florida State Prison. Count 2, directing the activities of a criminal gang. That's a first degree felony. Again, punishable up to life in Florida State Prison. Count 5 is conspiracy to commit tampering. Again, as it relates to a first degree murder charge, that is punishable by a maximum penalty of life in Florida State Prison. And count 7, unlawful use of a two-way communication device as charged. That's a second degree felony. The maximum penalty is 15 years in Florida State Prison. So, sir, again, before the agreement you made with the state, before the deal you made with the state, your maximum exposure here was life in Florida State Prison, followed by 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 75 years in Florida State Prison. Sir, do you understand all the pending charges and the maximum possible penalties involved? And it's my understanding that you want to resolve both cases today. Is that correct? Yes. And that resolution is an agreement you reached with the state, the terms of which are as follows. Number 1, in the 19 case, you're going to plead no contest to both counts of accessory after the fact. In the 23 case, you're going to plead no contest to all 4 counts as charged. In exchange for that, the state is going to null process, that is, drop the 2 first-degree murder counts.
When does that ever happen? They don't care about this guy. They want Nelly. We're gonna have him testify, bro. This makes no sense. And they didn't want to go to trial. They weren't ready to go to trial this week. That's what's happening. They also didn't want his trial to happen before Nelly's. They'd have to show a lot of the same evidence about the murder, how they would strategize it for Nelly, so that Nelly's lawyers would see it.
So, Mr. Henry, what it's going to be is 2 counts of accessory after the fact, tampering with a witness in a capital felony.
Oh yeah, this is why I don't play with the court system, bro. Because the court, either way you try to play around with the court system, at the end they always find a way how to get you. I don't know why it is that way, but they always try to find, bro. They don't want you. You can't go to court. This is what somebody told me. They don't want you to go to court and win against them. State, federal, county. They don't want you to go to court and win against them. You do that, you a threat. You a threat, because each court case you go to, you're supposed to lose. They're supposed to win. The minute you start winning and you start beating every court case, county, state, federal, you a threat. I'm telling you, you a threat. So the best thing they want you to do is plead guilty. They don't want you to ever plead not guilty, because that's a trial for them. They don't like going to trial. Trials take too long. They rather just discuss it in a manner way that you're just gonna hit your thing and that's it. We're gonna give you this and you're gonna take it and that's it. They don't want to go to trial because trial takes too long. It takes day after day after day after day after day after day, just so that you can draw out the line. And that's probably how some people be getting away with murder. Probably some people be getting away with fraud. Some people be getting away with what's it called? Money laundering. People be getting away with that because when they go to trial, and this is why they got to keep records. But each time they keep records, it's like the defendant brings something new, because it's so long. Other people be forgetting and stuff because it's just too long. That's why I'd rather just give it to you and boom, 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 you out of there, you know? So they did this really smart by saying, okay, we're going to draw him in and see if we can give him a plea deal. So we don't have to go to trial with YNW Nelly. Because if we go to trial with him, it's going to take a long time and we're going to have to do something because they don't want to go through the long process. They hate going through the long process. You imagine going years and years and years just going to trial. And then you say, you know what? We're going to give you this. End of story. Because they don't want to go through that long period. They'd rather just give it to you and just take it. So they played this smart. They said, we're going to put him on a plea deal. Hopefully he takes it. Then we go deal with YNW Nelly. We deal with him because he the real killer. He the one that killed him. Killed the other 2 people. We do the other 2 people. We go with him with the other 2 people that he killed. Boom. We don't have to go to trial with him. Because now this guy said something. Boom. We can end the case right there. This case been going on for years. Years. I'm talking about when he killed them people. Like, I think it was like 2020 or 2021. I can't remember.
Unlawful use of a two-way communication device. In exchange for that, I'm going to adjudicate you guilty on the 2 accessory counts as well as the tampering count. I'm going to sentence you to 10 years in Florida State Prison. That will be followed by 6 years of reporting probation. In the unlawful use of a two-way communication device, that's a second-degree felony. The maximum exposure, it's the second as charged, I believe. It's a third, except as it relates to a capital case.
Yeah, I'm feeling this thing there.
Well, what did you want the negotiated sentence to be?
He got down to 10 years. He has at least 2 years credit time served. And I'm pretty sure you do like 85% of your sentence in Florida. That's what I've seen before. What's 85% of 8 years? Like 6 years, 6.5 years?
All right, so sir, as to that count, it's going to be adjudication of 5 years in Florida State Prison. So the two accessory counts as well as the temporary count, those come with 6 years of reporting probation after the Department of Corrections sentence. I'll give you credit for all the time that you've served in both cases. Those sentences will run concurrently, all counts in all cases, that is at the same time with each other. I'm going to have to impose main counts will run concurrently.
Cuff boys.
All those counts will run concurrently, all those sentences will run concurrently, all counts in all cases, that is at the same time with each other. I'm going to have to impose mandatory court costs payable to Terry Bagley and payable to Ashley Phillips, the reservist of the amount. I'm going to give the state 120 days to tell me the amount of that restitution. If they fail to do so within 120 days, there will be no restitution. If they come back with an amount and the attorneys agree on the amount, I will impose that as another condition of your sentence to pay back that restitution. If they come back with an amount and the attorneys do not agree on the amount, I will conduct a restitution hearing. Sir, lastly, I want to make it very clear on the record, and it's unrelated to this negotiated change of plea. I guess at some point after the fact, the state wants to take a proffer from you or have a discussion with you, ask you some questions about whatever that may be. And what I want you to understand, sir, is I guess that's part of this negotiated resolution, but your answers to any of those questions, whatever they might be, have no bearing on me and have no bearing on this negotiated resolution. In other words, the deal you negotiated is the deal you negotiated, and that's the ballgame.
Melly is fried. Melly is so cooked. He's so cooked.
Understand all that, sir? Have you had enough time to talk to your lawyers about all that? They've answered all your questions? You're sure that that's what you want to do? Because I want to emphasize, Mr. Henry, and I'm going to do this again at the end of my plea colloquy. Whether you resolve the case by way of a negotiated plea or an open plea to me, or you resolve the case by way of a trial, it doesn't matter to me at all. But due to the resources that have been devoted to this case, I have 250 jurors summoned for jury duty starting tomorrow. So I want to be very thorough with you here this afternoon, because if you wake up tomorrow or the next day and you decide you changed your mind and you want to resolve this case, both cases, by way of a jury trial, that's not going to happen. If you want to have a trial, the trial starts tomorrow. If you want to accept the deal, you can accept the deal today. But there's not going to be any buyer's remorse, in other words, because I've given you plenty of time to think about this, talk to your lawyers about it, talk to your family about it. I talked to you about it last week. Kind of looks like your lawyers probably did something or other to get a better disposition for you as of this afternoon.
Yeah, because the state doesn't want to go to trial. They want Melly. They didn't want to show their strategy. That's how this fucker just got 10 years from 5 life sentences.
So understanding all that, you've had enough time to talk to your lawyers about all that. That's what you want to do. So, sir, has anyone forced you, threatened you, or coerced you into entering these pleas? If I accept your pleas, there will not be a trial in either one of these cases. Do you understand that? If I accept these pleas, there's a whole bunch of constitutional rights you are giving up. I want to make sure you understand all of those rights. You have the right to maintain your plea of not guilty and have a trial in each case. You have the right to present defenses, to file motions and other pleadings in support of your defense. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to have the state prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to confront and cross-examine the witnesses against you. You have the right to appeal any decisions that I may have made up to this point or any rulings I might make in a future trial. By entering this negotiated resolution today, you are giving up all of those rights. The matter is going to be resolved today, right now, this afternoon. Is that what you want to do? Are you satisfied with your lawyers? Have you had enough time to speak with them? Have they answered all your questions? Are you satisfied with all the work that they have done for you? Sir, I've got 2 identical plea forms here entitled Plea of Guilty or No Contest to Criminal Charges in Circuit Court. Each one has your name on the top, your initials on the left-hand side, front and back, and your signature on the back. Did you go over both of these forms? Any questions about what's on either of these forms? And is that your signature on the back of each form? Sir, paragraph 11 of each form that you signed reads as follows. I acknowledge that my attorney and I have reviewed any discovery disclosed by the state. My attorney and I are unaware of any physical evidence for which DNA may exonerate us. In other words, sir, if there's any physical evidence in the case that we could test for DNA, that DNA evidence would not tell me that you were not one of the people in that vehicle when these crimes occurred. But actually the opposite would be true. If there was any such physical evidence that could be tested for DNA, that DNA evidence would tell me that you were one of the 2 people that was inside this vehicle when these crimes occurred. Sir, do you agree with that statement? State, do you agree with that statement? Defense, do you agree with that statement? Mr. Henry, understanding everything that I have talked to you about up to this point, do you still want to go ahead and resolve both cases today, right now? Defense, is he stipulating to a factual basis for the purpose of each plea in both cases? Yes. And if he's entitled to a PSI defense, are you going to waive that as to each case? Absolutely. State, is there anything else that you need me to do before I take this plea? Okay. So, Mr. Henry, again, 2 cases, we're going to do one at a time. In case number 19, 1871 CF10A, as to count.
There's Melly's family. I mean, they gotta know that he's gonna testify, right? That's the only way this works. The state wants a proffer.
3, accessory after the fact to murder in the first degree. And as to count 4, accessory after the fact as to murder in the first degree. How are you going to plead, sir? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? In case number 23, 10643 CF10A. As to count 1, tampering with a witness in a capital felony. And count 7, a two-way communication.
Capital.
How are you going to plead, sir? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? I will accept your no contest pleas as to each and find a factual basis to support each based upon my.
I was about to say, I'm like, bro, if you really don't want to snitch and just don't want to do that, not guilty, just plead to no content. Because that's what he just told you. He said, I'm going to just say no content. Bro, man, this is why, bro, I don't play around with the court system. You got to know them. Like, it's like playing chess, bro. You got to know the system before you put your hand in the deal. If you don't know the system, they're going to play with you, bro. They're going to play with you, bro.
Review of each electronic probable cause affidavit as well as your stipulation for here today. I'm going to further find that you have freely, voluntarily, and intelligently waived your rights, that you have knowingly entered each plea with the advice of competent counsel who you've told me that you are satisfied with, that you understand the nature of the charges and the consequences of the plea. Accordingly, and pursuant to the negotiated agreement, I will sentence you as follows. In case number 19, 1871 CF10A, as to count 3 and count 4, I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 10 years in Florida State Prison. That will be followed by 6 years of affording probation. I will impose mandatory court costs. Pursuant to 943.325, I will need a set of your prints and DNA. Pursuant to 938.27, I will impose a cost of prosecution of $100. Sir, I'm also ordering restitution in that case payable to Terry, T-E-R-R-I Bagley, B-A-G-L-E-Y, and Ashley, A-S-H-L-E-Y Phillips, P-H-I-L-L-I-P-S, and reserving as to the amount. I'm going to give the state 120 days to tell me the amount of the restitution. If they fail to do so within 120 days, there will be no restitution. If they come back with an amount and the attorneys agree on the amount.
I don't think he understands what restitution is. He just looked around confused. You got to pay some victims' families, brother.
All of these sentences, all counts, both cases, will run concurrently. That is at the same time with each other. I will give you credit for all the time that you have served.
All the time served? He's been in jail for a long time, bro.
Yo,
I'm looking to complete
this
23
been
cases,
going on
707
years.
days credit for time served, and the 19 case, 1,348 credit for time served.
He has 5 years credit time served. He got bailed at one point, so I wasn't sure how long he was out. He's going to be out in a few years. If it's a 5-year sentence, and then you serve it like 85% of it, he's going to be out in 3.5 years. The state does not give a fuck about this guy, bro. They only want Melly. This is insane.
I'm not quite sure how the lawyers managed to do this, but I wish you could.
Not sure how your lawyers managed to do this, because the state is fucking crooked, bro. They only want Melly. This is insane. The judge is even shocked. Like, how the fuck this guy was facing 5 life sentences? The deal of a lifetime. He's looking for family. This is insane. Is he looking at Melly's family? The peace sign at the camera. Bro's like, hey, you see you, Melly? You're cooked, but I'm out. I'm out in fucking 2 years. And here we go. It's over. Melly is so fried. All right, more information. Bryson Boone Paul, shout out him. Her dad spoke to the media after this. Feel good for the kid. I've been on this case 6 years. It's a fair resolution for him. The state was fair. Yeah, more than fair, brother. He gets 1,000 days, and the other one he gets 700 days. On the message this sets for Melly, there's no message that I see. There are 2 different people, 2 different cases. Facts are different for both. Bottom line is Bro testifying on what Bortlen left to do, and will he have to testify against Melly? A couple questions, that's it. He's not going to be a witness. Oh, this is worse than what Gunna did. This is way worse. They're trying to say it's a no contest plea. He's not admitting guilt. He's going to have to give.
I'm telling you, bruh. I'm telling you. That's why I said, bruh. It don't even look like he plead guilty. It's a no contest. That means... That's hard to explain, bro. It's hard to explain. I mean, he's not going to be near somebody to even plead the fifth. They're just going to say, oh, you know, eyewitness said this. They won't lie, just throw him underneath the bus. What are they going to do to YNW Nelly, bro? He's cooked. He's done, bro.
Statement and testify. This is way worse. I think it's important to know that 1, today you did not plead guilty. He pled no contest, and so he hasn't really admitted anything. And there's no anticipation that he's going to be called. The state knows what their strengths were and what our strengths were, and that's how you resolve it. I've got the same thing going on in other places. You know, we resolve cases before trial. Sometimes it's a very favorable outcome. I prefer it to be in trial, but what are you going to do? There's some things you can't turn down. The state said, we're going to drop 2 counts of first-degree murder if you want to resolve it. People have to do jail time, but the alternative is very difficult. He could be out at 30, 31 years old. Just a few questions on the stand. And the state's getting a proffer today. Nelly is so beyond cooked. Hit subscribe. Love you guys. Peace out.
As to all the charges that you're facing.
Beyond cooked. He beyond cooked. Yeah, I feel like forget all the years coming to court trying to fight for what is it called? Plea deals of like bond and everything, bro. You staying in there for life, my G. You staying in there for life. There's no way you getting out. There's no say so. There's no see you later, bro. You staying there for life. If you know what life is, that's what you staying in there for, bro. They not trying to bring you out, bro. Brody Bolton, he got tired of sitting in that cell, bro. He looking at when the years start coming behind you, bro, you start looking at the years like, damn, bro, am I gonna keep sitting here? The world is changing. I'm telling you, back then, when people that used to be in the gang was staying in jail and seeing the world change, they didn't give a damn. They're like, the world always gonna be the same. Nothing gonna change. I don't care. Now, man, young can see what's going on. They see how the world is changing. They're like, oh, hell no, bro. I want to get the hell out of here, bro. I'm going to do what I got to do and screw the other person that's trying to say, oh, we got this, bro. Let's just stay down, bro. We got this, bro. They not trying to hear that no more. They trying to do what they can do just to save themselves. I'm telling you, bro. YNW Nelly is cooked. It's cooked. Bro, you know how many times he went to the what is it called? He went to the state to just ask for a bond for just seeing how his trial is gonna be so that he can get out and make music and go back to his family. He been trying to do that and do that and do that. The industry just looking at him like damn, you know. Everybody feel bad and they're like, damn, you know, damn. But here's the problem, bro. Here's the problem. Everybody that's sitting down and saying, damn, bro, they already knew what he was supposed to do. He screwed up. He's in a gang where the gang was saying that we'll shoot your friends so that you can elevate your music. He said, nah, I'm gonna do it myself. And then he talks about it in his song. You know how stupid you gotta be just to talk about it in your song? And kill them? You basically gave up enough evidence, bro. Cops come in, judge come in, prosecutor come in. You gave up enough evidence, bro. That's how stupid you was. Thinking like, oh man, everything's sweet, bro. That's how stupid you was, bro. Make a song about killing people. What? Like, bro, what is you doing, man? But hey, shout out to Bolton. I hope he serves his time, does his probation correctly. I never condone snitching. Never. Ratting, snaking, none of it. But you do what you gotta do, and that's just you know? Now, did he do the right thing? For him, he probably would say yes. For everybody that try to agree for the no snitching stuff, they'll say no. I would say no too, but then it's just like 9 out of 10, if you're in the same situation, you're gonna do what he did. So it's just like, you know, nobody really want to say it, but hey, a lot of people would do it, man. Hey, I would do it too. I'm gonna be honest, I would do it too. 9 out of 10, people are not gonna do it. 9 out of 10, they ain't gonna say it, but they would still do it. People spiteful, bro. They would still do it. But hey, Potentials, if you're new, subscribe. Sneaky Gang Potentials. Like the video, comment down below what you think of Bolton's case, If you think he plead guilty, if you think he did a contest plea, or you think he really did snitch, because someone's saying he didn't snitch in the Twitch account, but I'm like, hey, bro, there's a reason why they're giving him those years in probation. He probably said something. But it is what it is. Share to whoever that hasn't seen the video and that's close to you, family, friends, brothers and sisters, exes, nephews and nieces, so that they don't get into the same situation this dude got into. And then also hit the bell for more notifications so you don't miss out on the next videos that's coming out, and also a giveaway that we will be doing at 400 subscribers. This your boy Sneakywesti, or Sneakywesti, however you want to say. We both appreciate both, and I'll see y'all next in the next reaction video. Peace. Yeah, bro, he beyond cooked, man. Like, yeah, think about it, bro. You don't, like, bro, you had a choice to pay people to shoot your friends so you could elevate your career. You go and do it yourself and make a song, right, bro? And then when you got caught, you trying to lie. It's like, bro, you already made it on the song. Like, bro, you stupid. That's why they got mad at 6ix9ine. They said, oh, 6ix9ine said that you telling them stories of songs. Let's start looking at everyday songs. I think that's why Rich Homie Quan died. Rich Homie Quan died. Well, you know, they started looking at the songs and stuff. He even brought lifestyle up. I'm like, damn, bro. 6ix9ine never told. That's why people got mad at 6ix9ine, because he told that one thing. If he didn't tell that one thing, they wouldn't be doing it.